Where's our B girl?
Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed is a spiritual crossing of the threshold to the world of being a truly expanded human being. Join mediums Cheryl and Kelly for conversations about discovering deep spirituality, developing your intuitive and empathic skills, and personal mediumship. Each episode will focus on tips, tools, and techniques to help you understand and expand your own inner gifts and life journey. You can call in each week to receive spiritual guidance, personal readings, and we'll answer your questions. We'll talk with luminary experts on meditations, the afterlife, energy healing, past lives, and much more. Join our Seeing Beyond spiritual community to learn more about expanding your mind, body, and soul, and have fun on your journey to empowered transformation.
Hey guys, welcome to the show tonight. Welcome to Seeing Beyond Living Transformed. It's wonderful to be back. It's great to be back here now that we're in the month of April. Wishing all of you just kind of a happy spring. Kelly, let's begin. How are you tonight?
I am great. I mean, I'm just a little frazzled, getting the crystal store ready. We're going to open on Friday. So we've been working crazy hours trying to get everything done and set up and finished. It's very exciting.
Oh, it's exciting. It's definitely exciting for sure. And it's a great topic we have tonight. We're going to be talking about sacred space, and maybe your crystal store is going to be part of the conversation tonight, Kelly.
It is my sacred space. I was thinking that tonight as I sit here. I love my space. And my husband even said, we like to go there. It's going to be like our favorite place to go. Every day we'll be excited to go to the crystal store, which is so true.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Hey, I'm just kind of noticing that maybe I need to log off and come back on with my Instagram, just so I can get everyone back on there. So
yeah, you go ahead and do that, and I will talk to everybody. So whoever's on here right now, say hello and let us know where you're from. Cheryl will be back in just a minute. She's just trying to fix her Instagram. There's always little quirks with Instagram. But welcome this week, and we're excited to talk about sacred spaces, how energy works for you. Let us know, what works for you, and what are your favorite things to do. You can put in the comments. You can also email us, or you can email or put in the comments. Those are the best things, and we'd love to hear from you. Hi, Bianca from West Covina. Hello, Jose and Samantha. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Wow, lots of things. Hi, Jeffrey. How are you? Thank you. I'm excited. You have to come check out my store. I'm not too far from the Bay Area. Maybe one day, if you feel like taking a drive, come visit me. And Cheryl, looks like we lost her, but she will be right back. I am sure of it. She always comes back. And anybody have any questions, email us right here at questions@seeingbeyondradio.com. There's all these comments coming. I wish it was closer too. I used to have one in Huntington Beach, Bianca, but I moved up to Northern California. Hi, Maria. Welcome. Let's see, who else do we have here? Okay, great. And Brianna, have you checked the emails? Are there any emails from anybody about some of the questions we've been asking this week for the show? Let's see. Okay, no emails yet. So if you guys have any emails, feel free to send it to us. And I think Cheryl and I are, hello from Wisconsin. Yes. Cheryl and I are, hi, Sandy. I can't even talk. I keep seeing people. Hi, Vanessa. Cheryl and I are probably going to do a couple readings towards the end and answer some, questions in the comments. So stay tuned for that. We'll announce that when we're doing that, okay? And let's see. Okay. No questions yet. I want to talk about my sacred space because for me, it's been difficult to create a sacred space at home. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I have my husband and my kids and, things like that. And I have dogs and cats, and it's difficult to have an area that's just mine. We're not in a huge house. We're, it's a tiny house. So I do like to make my office, or now it's my crystal store /office, my sacred space. And that's where I like to go. So maybe if like you don't have, if you're like me and you don't have a space, or it's hard to make a space in your household as well, maybe you can make a little space on your desk at work or in your office somehow, or you can find a place in your house somehow, like create a space that's just for you. And Erica says her sacred space is sitting in my closet. It feels secure, safe, and away from the rest of the house. I have crystals, cards, and sit by the window. I love that. That is a great sacred space. I have to say, one of my houses I lived at when I was at the beach, we had vaulted ceilings. And so above the closet and the bathroom, because that's where the vaulted ceiling was, my husband built a little platform for me, and I made that my sacred space. So sometimes you have to be creative. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome back here. Let me exit and come back in so we're on the right side.
Okay. Thank you.
No, wait. Wait, you go out. I go in.
Let's see.
It's not doing it.
I know.
Fighting us. Well, we're on the wrong sides of our logo, but that's all right.
That's okay.
And I don't know, Bianca, what Maverick and Goose means. Do you know what that means, Cheryl?
What is it? What's the question?
LOL. Maverick and Goose, she typed in there for sacred spaces we were talking about. Mercury retrograde. Yes, Mercury retrograde. Is that what you were saying?
You're right.
She was tagging someone. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I was like, what's Maverick and Goose? Oh, we lost Cheryl again. You're having some technical issues tonight.
Now I'm on the right. I'm on the right. So
how did you do? No.
I mean, I'm able to.
There we go. We did it.
Yay, we got it.
Oh, and sounds keep cutting off. Is anybody else having that issue? Because it's perfect on my end.
So far, it's good over here.
Yeah, it might be your computer, Maria, because sometimes that happens. Jose, thank you, Jose. Oh, I love magnolia oil. I haven't heard of that. That sounds beautiful, though. Is that from magnolia flowers? Because those are a flower, right? That sounds really pretty and beautiful. My favorite scent is Palo Santo oil. And I sell it at my crystal store if anybody wants to come buy some. But makes me so happy. It just smells so good. I love it. Sound is okay on Jose's end. So sometimes when you guys are not having good sound or it's cutting out, it could be your Wi-Fi. So if you're listening from a phone, I found that my phone works best when I don't have it connected to Wi-Fi, when it's just my cell service. But if you have bad cell service in your house, then you might have to connect it to the Wi-Fi. So it could be either or. So just check that, and I hope it works for you. I'm sorry, Maria.
Is it just, am I sound okay to you, Kelly?
You sound great.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear that squeaking sound in the background?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. So on the roof, there is like a fan. It's like a vent, because this used to be a restaurant. So they have all these vents. Yeah, it was a pizza parlor years ago. It's been so many businesses, but mine's going to be the best, of course. But so now in the wind, it blows and it squeaks. My husband's got to get up there with the WD-40 because it's like and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull my hair out.
Oh gosh.
So I'm like, I hope nobody can hear it tonight because it's really windy today and we have a lot of noise.
Oh, is it windy where you are? Wow. So let's ask everyone coming on the call tonight, like, since we're, talking about creating your sacred space, I think I heard you say Palo Santo at the end there, Kelly. What were you talking about?
Yes.
Using, because I love like lavender or rose.
Oh, I love those too.
I use fragrances to create my sacred space. That's what I want to say. Is it's just very near and dear to my heart. Yeah, Palo Santo.
I'm being a saleswoman. Lavender is beautiful. I sell that as well in my store.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I don't have all my inventory, but we're opening Friday, and some of the inventory is actually arriving on Friday. But I'm very
Yeah.
excited to open either way.
I hope you have a big celebration.
Me too. Very.
And just
I wish
saying
you could come up, Cheryl. I wish you
I
lived
know.
close by.
I know. Just to say hi to everybody. You know, I
Yeah.
see people logging on. Hey, Vanessa.
Sacred
Hey,
tree
Bianca.
from Brazil. That sounds beautiful from Julia.
Wow.
That sounds beautiful. I do like sacred trees. I can't talk. Um, yeah, that sounds amazing. So you guys, we only have 18 people on tonight. Let's share with your friends because we are going to do a couple readings towards the end. Let
Yeah.
other people know. We want to share our show with as many people as we can.
You
Oh,
know, I don't know if I'm on Instagram or not. It says I am. There's a check mark by my box, but I know that we have a lot of Instagram people out there. I don't see any on our comments yet.
well, I got a hello from Lizzie. She's here in Sacramento. Hi, Lizzie. Um,
Hi, Erica. Erica says,
yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
yeah, Erica says, I've heard having a candle is good for a space. Do you think it's necessary or thoughts on benefits?
Well, me personally, I'm not real fond of fire. So I have a lot of candles that are electronic candles that are like just as beautiful, and they're wax on the outside and they smell good. So for me, I guess it's just the mom in me, and because I've had 2 fires as a child, I don't mess around with fire anymore. But I think that, candles are nice. It's beautiful, and it can really I like the way the flame like flickers, and it can be a great meditative tool. It can be a lot of things. People do love candles, and some candles smell so good. So I think, it's up to you, whatever your preference is and whatever works to get you in that sacred feeling and that feeling of being, grounded and also at the same time opening up to all the love. I think, whatever works, right?
I am, yeah, which whatever works. I love candles, by the way, but I don't use them as much as I used to. But my advice, if you are going to use a candle, is to get as clean of a candle as you can, right? Get one with, beeswax and one with a beautiful wick that doesn't have, just try to get as clean as you can because there are just some inexpensive candles out there that,
A lot of
yeah, there's a lot of maybe extra filler in there because
Yeah.
I love candles. And I love it that you're using electric candles, Kelly, because that works just as well. It's really the intention.
Yeah.
On my app, on my phone, I have a candle app. There's
yeah,
a free
me
candle app.
too. And a
can,
lighter
you
for concerts.
Yeah, you can. And so it's really about setting the intention. You don't have to have a candle. You don't have to have anything really. It is all about what's in your heart and what your intention is, of course.
Yes. Jeffrey says, I love white. Did I read that? Copal, Palo Santo, and India Temple. I have not heard of white copal. Have you, Cheryl?
I haven't either.
I'm writing that down, Jeffrey. I'm getting me some. I can write that one down. I'm saving that for later.
Yeah.
I've heard of India Temple, but I don't recall what it smells like. But I'm all for it. Okay, I got that down.
So I love Palo Santo or sage. I use rose water, sometimes not everyone likes that, but likes the sage or the Palo Santo, but you have it in a spray form. That's a great way to present it. If you aren't able to burn where you live, or, if you're in another person's home, a client's home, maybe you just want to be respectful of all of that you're bringing in. I also love to have sound in my sacred space. I love to have a chime, as I mentioned. I've said chimes before so much. I have chimes. I have a bell. I'll play a soft music. Something ethereal. Enya is a great artist. I love listening to her. Yeah. Do you like that?
I do too. And Paul loves that one too. Yeah, I do. Music's really important to me to get in my zone. And it's not just like meditation music. I will listen to Bob Marley. There's a couple songs that I love of Bob Marley that just put me in the zone and get me really, in in a good mood and very open and ready. So I also like certain meditation type music. I really love, and what's her name? I have to look on my app to remember her name, because there is one I absolutely love.
Is it Karen Drucker?
No, no, it's on my iTunes account. So let me find it. Oops, I can't type. But it is beautiful, and it makes me super motivated for, just getting in the zone, if that makes sense. In my library, and it's called this one here. It's called WAH, WAH.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what else it's called, but it's really, there's a certain song called Jai Ma, Jai.
Yeah.
That I absolutely love. And who
Yeah.
turned me on to this was
Flora.
Flora. Yes.
Is it Flora?
Were you there that night?
Well, I know she's talked about that song, and I think it was
And it
her
really
and Tony.
gets me in the zone.
It
Oh
was
my
her
gosh.
and Tony, I think.
Yeah, I love it. And there's another one that I like. I think it's Tony Scott. Yeah. There's some good music out there. I just love listening to it to get me in the right space.
Yeah.
Oh, Orange
Blossom Water. We're going to try that.
Where'd that go?
That was Daphne.
That sounds delightful. I love it.
I'm writing these down for you guys.
So Denise, we're going to do a couple readings towards the end, at about after 7:30, right, Cheryl?
Yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned and we'll let you know how to get a reading. Yeah. But until then, we're talking about our sacred space and what makes your guys' sacred space. What do you guys do for your sacred spaces? Oh, is there a deck of cards you love the most? I have the Goddess Power Oracle cards.
I think I have
like so many.
Yeah, I have those Goddess Power Oracle cards. I do love those. They're very unique. They're very unique.
Yeah, I like a lot of cards. Okay, I'm going to try to do this for you, Cheryl.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll get this set up.
Okay, but really, the thing about cards, Erica, and for everyone, the thing about buying angel cards or oracle cards, what have you, tarot cards, it's about what you're drawn to, right? Some people are drawn to the visual, to a lot of color. Or some are drawn to very simple cards compared to more of a longer explanation. But you really do have to go with what you're drawn to. And you might buy a couple of decks, right? And then see which one you're drawn to. That might help. On Instagram, yay, I got on. Thank you.
Yay.
Our Instagram people.
Yeah, I love guided meditations too. Guided meditations are some of my favorites. When I'm feeling like I just can't get relaxed, a guided meditation can help me focus on their voice, and then I can just meditate on my own after that.
Exactly. With guided meditations, if you're new to meditation, using a guided meditation is a beautiful tool for all of us to begin as we're meditating. And then eventually you may not use it as often, but you may just want to sit in the silence or sit with music, with just the melody. But nothing wrong with guided meditations at all. I think whatever helps you feel comfortable and relaxed, and whatever fills your heart, so to speak, whatever you can do to get you in touch with that going within.
And another thing, if you're an animal lover like me, I like to sit with one of my animals, or all. Sometimes I'll have all these animals on me, and just go on the couch. I sit cross-legged, and they just all kind of surround me and love on me, and just holding the animals and just sitting quietly and enjoying that peace and quiet. They get peaceful and quiet, and I go into a deep meditation with that, as long as nobody's home. Just seeing the animals. That's something about their energy. It amplifies my energy. It's a beautiful feeling. It's quite nice. They're natural healers.
Lovely. It's great. They have such a calming energy about them as well. So we just want to tell everyone we'll be doing readings in just about 10 minutes or so. We wanted to connect with you tonight talking about sacred space, right? About creating your sacred space, because you really want to have a part in your home or in your office, even in your car. Someone was mentioning they, sit in the silence in their car. I understand, because sometimes just to find some quiet time, you have to sit in your car for a few moments, and that whatever it takes, that's what happens is when you learn how beautiful the silence is, when you experience it, just to sit in that, in that moment of expansion and stillness is whatever it takes, for you to experience. And once again, try different places. Maybe it's outside by a tree, right? I sometimes I'll lean up against my tree. I'll sit on the ground, on the earth, barefoot, and I'll lean back
Oh, I
against the
love
tree.
that.
Do you like that? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sitting
just,
outside. Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody put sitting in their car in the silence at times when I need a moment. I do that quite a lot, Bianca, because I travel with my husband for work. He has to go check on a job, and he's only going to be there for like a half an hour, but it ends up being an hour. And I will just sit in the car. It's like you feel the sun, and it feels really good. And I just go quiet, and I just go into meditation. So I like that as well. It actually feels good. Elise, Graham Bullion, I'm so sorry that you lost your brother today.
Oh, I'm
Send
so
all the
sorry.
love in the world. I am very sorry.
Elsie.
Did I see? Oh, I said that wrong. I said
That's
Elise.
okay. That's okay. I thought it was Elise too, but
I'm getting new glasses in a week, guys.
hey.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Elsie. We definitely are just sending our prayers for you today.
Sending lots of prayers.
Hmm.
Yeah. Instagram video ended. Did mine end? No, mine's still going.
Mine too.
But it says I have 0 viewers.
Ah. I don't know how many I have. I think I have 8.
I'm praying that you're better, Lizzie, because I want you to come, but it doesn't have to be Friday. I'm open. That's just the beginning. I'm open all weekend, and I have 30% off all my crystals. Just the crystals, but that's good enough. And yeah.
And where are you located, Kelly? Just to share people your location.
Sacramento, California. So I do have a website. Brianna, you want to post that for me for the crystal store?
Yeah.
Um,
And what's
Mine
the name of
didn't
your
end.
crystal
It's
store?
showing that it's going still. When did it end? It says mine ended, but I still have people on there, but then they left. Oh, it just froze up right now. So it must be like a whole minute behind. Well, I'm going to end my Instagram. Sorry, guys. Mine's not working.
Uh-oh.
There's problems with Instagram. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, there's a lot of, this is the new month. This is the new season, and there's a lot of, I'm picking up energetically. There's a lot of new energy coming in, and I think we're all feeling it in some way or another. We're all going through something, and our computers are going through a transformation. The internet's going through a transformation. What crystal do you recommend for protection?
Well, there's so many, but I always say stick to the black stones like obsidian or jet or any of those, just to kind of like black is really good to absorb any negativity and like protect you from negativity. But that's what I like to stick to personally. Oh, it's
Well,
so I was asking Brianna about the eclipse that's happening. Somebody asked in the comments, but she's not comfortable going into it very much. She just knows it's affecting the cardinal signs most, which is Libra, that's me, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aries. And it's in the sign of Aries. So it'll be harder on those signs, but overall not the best to work with. Just sit with the power. Okay, well, thank you for that.
And that will be happening April 8th, by the way. That's coming up April 8th.
So I love that Jeffrey just wrote this. We're all over the place. We're trying to get as much as possible. I love to sit in a crystal grids too. I love making crystal grids, but I have seen crystal grids, like big blankets. It's like a crystal grid, and you can put your own crystals on it. And I've seen these pyramids, and I'm like beautiful, like just metal pyramid frame, and people sitting in there meditating. And I laugh at it, but then again, I'm thinking to myself at the same time I'm laughing, oh my gosh, that probably is like so amazing and amplified that I have to try that one time. So I'm actually, it's funny that he says that. I'm actually wanting to do that and buy the pyramid. So thanks, Jeffrey.
There's certainly something to the pyramid energy, the sacred geometry, you know?
Copper pyramids. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah,
That guy we were at, they had stuff like that, but theirs were circles.
They did. The sacred geometry of the pyramid and the copper, you know, is a conduit. That's why we see everything usually being made of copper when we go to these expos.
Yeah. So it's 30 after now almost, Brianna's saying. But I don't know if we want to bring backstage because we're having so many technical
Yeah,
issues.
we could just answer some questions. I think you're right, Kelly. I mean,
Mercury.
We gotta go with the flow, right? You gotta just be adaptable here.
Hi, Drea. Welcome. It has been a while. I don't think I've seen your name in here in a while. Welcome back. We've missed you. The eclipse, Brianna answered a couple questions on that. Daphne was asking. I did read her answers. She doesn't have a lot of, that's not something she's really done a lot of research on. And so somebody asked this question before we jump to readings. I like this question. Are there certain crystals that are best for your space? I have some by my bed, others by front door, but wasn't sure if there were specific ones you think we should all have. You know, I think that it's really what you feel called or drawn to. I always say we pick the crystals that we're like drawn to for a reason. Sometimes you might walk in somewhere and you're just immediately pulled to an area in a store. I've literally seen somebody bring their boyfriend to my old crystal store in Huntington Beach to get a pendulum, which I had crystal pendulums. And she's like, my boyfriend needs a pendulum. And I was like, okay, they're over there. And when he walked over, one of the pendulums swung out and hit him.
Wow.
And I was like, that's your pendulum. His girlfriend's like, yeah, that's your pendulum. So sometimes I feel like it's really obvious. Other times you just feel so drawn to that crystal. But my go-tos are always amethyst, rose quartz, obsidian, and tiger's eye, and labradorite. Those are my favorite. The labradorite, I feel like, is more my spiritual stone for me personally. I don't remember all the meanings of it. I just know it really helps me spiritually, and I'm in love with it.
I love tiger's eye. Tiger's eye has that brown and gold swirls in it. It's just such an amazing energy coming from that stone. And what I've been using a lot of lately is selenite for grounding. I happen to have some right here. It's just kind of, it's that white. I hope it doesn't shine here, but you understand it. It's the kind of a white cloudy selenite. Yeah. It's for like clearing your energy, your auric energy, or once again, removing anything that you don't need, or that, clear, once again, it's cleaning up, so to speak. It cleans up and it removes. I guess it can also be a protective stone, but it's really about cleaning the aura field.
Clearing space. Yeah.
Clearing space.
Also, people like to use selenite. We make selenite, I have these selenite round edge things.
Yeah.
You put your crystals on to cleanse them.
Sorry.
I haven't cleanse the energy of your crystals. Oh
yes.
I'm going to sneeze, everybody.
Or
they like to, use it for, it helps with sleep. So when my son was younger, he used to put selenite sticks at the corner of his bed facing the middle of the bed. And then he'd put the tower like you had in the middle. And, two at the top of the bed and at the bottom, and a tower in the middle, all underneath the bed. Right. And then he would put black like obsidian and rose quartz on either side of each one. And I don't know how he learned this. He was like 6 years old, but he insisted on it. And then it helped him with his sleep. He slept like a baby, he said. So I always tell people, my child told me, so I trust children because they're so honest, that the selenite helped him with sleep. And it is actually a sleep aid. Don't drink it or eat it, though.
And just to share with anyone about we talk about, well, what stones should you get, or what cards should you buy? It is trial and error and going with what you're drawn to. An amethyst, the purple stone, you may not be attracted to it at one venue or one store that you find it at, but then when you walk into another shop, a gem store, rock shop, what have you, a conference where they sell gems, and it may just knock your socks off, so to speak. So be open and let the energy talk to you, or draw you in. Because I do believe, because crystals are from all around the world, maybe some draw you in more than others. And that's the stone for you. That's the one calling you.
So there's some good questions already. I'm just going to tap out for 1 second. I have to sneeze.
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
Well, guys, I do believe the sneeze means we're going to begin readings in just a moment. I think Kelly must be kicking it off here. But just to share with you, we'll be doing readings here. If you have a question, we're not going to bring you backstage tonight just because the tech, there's a lot of things happening with the energy of the internet tonight. But if you will, please ask your questions in the comment box, and we'll be watching Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Kelly's watching her feed. I'm watching mine. We have Brianna, our wonderful co-host, in the back. Brianna is helping us flag some of these questions, or checking the emails, because you can send your question to our email. It's questions@seeingbeyondradio.com. So you can always send a question through email, and really send a question anytime to our email, and we're keeping them, and then we'll answer them. Sometimes we have shows where we just answer questions from the email.
Yes. So I put Marie Beck up here because she was so nice to congratulate me on my new store. I appreciate that. Thank you, Marie. And she wants to know if I feel anything amazing from the other side. Anybody who wants to communicate with her, or anything regarding her heart or writing. And I'm not sure what you mean by your heart. I'm not thinking you mean physical heart issues. I think you're just meaning love, I'm hoping.
I feel that.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, yes, I do feel, and let me know in the comments if this resonates, please. Because I do feel that with you, I'm actually feeling there's somebody who's connecting with you to help you with your writing, and that you're working on a project. I feel like this is a very like special project that's close to your heart. So I don't know if this is something maybe you've been journaling and you're turning it into a book, or it's a bunch of short stories, but I do feel like somebody's really guiding and helping you. And I want to go on Dad's side. So I don't know if it's like you and your dad had a very close relationship, or even if he's in spirit, but it feels like Dad's side, and I do feel father figure. So I hope that resonates. Somebody's really pushing you because your book is healing and will help others. Whatever you're writing, maybe it's not even a book, maybe it's a blog, but I just feel like you need to get it out because it's healing for you and for others. So let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you. I hope it does. And Cheryl, if you understand anything, let me know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just loved what you were saying to her. It did feel more of an emotional heart. And there is a writing guide to help you get writing. I feel like you have, I feel like even in a past life or at some other time, you were a writer, and I feel like it's very natural for you, or sometimes when it's natural for people, they don't think it's natural for them. But believe me, when other people don't write as much as you do, you are. So I just feel like it's part of your DNA makeup even. Yeah.
There's so many questions already. You want to pick one?
Sure. Let's see here. Can I read this long one out loud?
Yes,
I think long one.
When I'm looking at, yes.
Yeah.
I picked that too.
Is that what you doing? Sorry.
I was reading it. I was trying to.
Synchronicity.
Yes.
Cheryl, during our reading on Sunday, Kingston said he may be sending us a puppy. When we ended, I had a message for a puppy from someone I'm not even connected to out of nowhere on Facebook. Turns out very reputable, the color we've always wanted. I had to screenshot so my husband believed. Do you get a sense from Kingston or see him and see a wagging tail as a yes, he's out looking? Also, just a validation, you busted my husband breaking a glass. He hadn't shared it. And oh, and it was the one thing that, and I'm sorry, it was the one thing that,
We can finish down here.
yeah, can you see that? Oh, I see.
No, it cut off.
That's okay. That's okay. We got it. It was a
Yeah.
validation.
That's great. That's
Yay.
awesome. Cheryl's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Eric, I do feel like that's a synchronicity, from Kingston. I would definitely look into the puppy more and see how you feel about it. I do feel lots of love coming to you from that message. So I would definitely step into, the signs of synchronicity around Kingston. And I'm glad your husband confessed or, shared with us that information, because that's validation too. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Erica.
So here's one I wanted to read right here. And it just caught me. Sandy Johnson Lafan said, wondering if you feel any connection to my brother. He has been gone 40 years this weekend, and I'm having a hard time with it. Sandy, I get your brother. Like, I feel him as being a really loving, fun guy. And I feel like the two of you were very close, even though, like, I know siblings can fight. I just feel like you guys are best friends. I do feel like he wasn't a small child. I feel like he was a young adult when he passed. I don't know how old you are or how old he was, but I feel like he made it to his like a young adulthood, which could be 15 to 30, maybe plus or minus. I don't know. I just know he grew up. I also feel like with him, he's really standing behind you, like almost like lifting you up with support and love, like saying how happy and proud he is because you're out there living the dream. That's what I feel like he's saying. Living the dream. Yeah, I feel like he's like, you're living the dream. You're doing all the things we always wanted to do. And he's right there with you doing it. So he wants you to know he's very much part of your life. I also feel like, of course, 40 years, a lot has changed. And he's like, I'm aware of it all. And I feel like you've definitely communicated with him over the years. I definitely feel like he's come to visit in dreams. You've gotten lots of signs. He's very active in your life. So I hope that makes sense. Please let me know in the comments if that resonates with you or any of that makes sense. I hope I'm connecting with your brother because I feel a lot of love. But I also feel like it's not just that he's been gone 40 years this weekend. I also feel like somebody else has been gone recently. So there's been kind of like it's close to another anniversary or something. I almost feel like, and so I feel like there's all this love from the spirit world coming to hug you because it's not just your brother. I feel more people. I feel mom and dad. I feel uncle. I feel aunt. I also feel like grandparents that you were very close to. I just feel like there's this huge family, and a very strong feeling like there's so much love for you. So I hope that resonates. Let me know. I'll leave that with you. And Cheryl, your turn.
Hey, that was great. Look, I'm getting these great questions. So thanks everyone for writing in.
Yeah, I love it.
Look, I'm going to go over to Instagram because Art Visualized is asking, is my grandfather visiting when I hear the house door chime when no one is around? I think I just feel as soon as I read that, I want to say, gosh, I believe he's around too. I believe he's around making you laugh, hoping to get your attention, wanting you to know that he's still in your life. I even felt a grandfather clock or even a clock around your house that may go off as well. And I wouldn't be surprised even if there was an alarm or a smoke alarm, like some alarm that went off, accidentally. Of course, we say it's accidentally, but I just want to say I feel very synchronistic. I get a sense of your grandfather pushing you out the door, wanting to get you going some more. So I don't know, maybe you're feeling sluggish or maybe you need some motivation, so to speak, but he is so fun. And I just want to tell you, I think you were a favorite part of his life. That's what I'm hearing, right? So I hope that helps you, Art Visualized. We sure appreciate you being with us on the call tonight.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I was trying to connect back to Instagram, but it's not working at all.
Oh,
Oh, wait, maybe it is.
yeah,
Let me
Kelly, you're so
try it.
good at tech. I'm telling you,
I tell you what, Instagram doesn't want us to do this because they're making it so difficult.
huh.
Um, let's see. There was another one.
I know there's a few of them.
It says my boyfriend and mom are on tonight. My boyfriend and his mom are on tonight. He just passed recently, and we're wondering if he has any messages for us. Who's he? I'm not sure who she says. Am I missing part of the message?
Yeah.
So here we go. Boyfriend's mom and I. Okay, got it. And he just passed recently. Okay, did you just read for her?
I believe she was on our call last week, or
But you didn't just. That wasn't the one you just did.
no, that was another girl. Yeah.
I don't know if I read for her before or if you read for her before, but I definitely felt drawn to this one.
Oh, good.
And I did feel boyfriend, but then she put boyfriend and his mom. So
yeah,
I'm glad she clarified that it's boyfriend's mom and her online, and he just passed. So she's trying to see if her boyfriend's coming through. I feel like he's got quite the sense of humor. And he's very inappropriate. I feel like he wants to say things that I can't say online, like cracking jokes or whatever. That's what I feel like. You just don't know what he's going to say. He's quick-witted and he's funny and he keeps you on your toes. And I do feel that with him. I want to laugh. I want to smile. And he only wants you to think of happy, fun, exciting times. Like he wants to uplift the energy for you because he knows it's been so difficult for the family. I also feel like he's not an only child and that he has siblings. And he's sending all the love in the world to his mom, to his siblings, to his family. I feel a very close connection with his mom. I want to call him a mama's boy, and he's telling me not to, but I can feel he's a mama's boy. He just wanted to act like he was Mr. Tough Guy. So I just feel like so much love for you, and he wants you to know I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm at peace. Everything's okay. I feel this was an unexpected passing. This wasn't something we were expecting. It caught us off guard. It was a shock. I don't necessarily feel that there was health issues, like physical health issues, but I do feel there was some health issues that weren't necessarily physical, but maybe more mental. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I don't think this was intentional. I think it was completely accidental. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. And I just want to answer this because it's the second time I've seen it. I don't have an online store, Jessica, but I am going to post a link to a great person who does online crystals. It's Mindful and Rooted. She has Instagram and Facebook, and she has a website. And there's another one. I'm going to find it for you. Can you look up Brianna for Kelly Core something? She's Bella something on Instagram, and post hers as well, because I can't get to my Instagram because I'm live. But it's if you go to my Instagram, Brianna, and just look up Bella Luna, I think, and post hers. She's also got great online stuff as well. And I'm just referring everybody to my two favorite online stores. So that's, for me, it's a lot of work to package things up and to do all the, I have a hard enough time doing my own social media for the store, my Medium Kelly and all of that. To do an online store to me felt like so overwhelming. It might be something in the future once we get the store up and running. Just too much work now. That's my opinion.
Should we just take a moment and do our upcoming events, or and then do some more readings? But that just felt like a good segue here since we were talking about other things. And yeah, why don't you start, Kelly, and tell us what's happening? You have your store opening this Friday.
Oh, here's the other one I'm telling you about. So check her out if you want. She posted in here. So I am opening the crystal store on Friday. We're having 30% off if you're in Sacramento. 30% off all weekend. I'm excited for all the crystals. We're getting inventory in all next week too. I mean, I'm not even full. Like my inventory, I'm tired of waiting for inventory. We're just opening. I'm like, we have to just get open. We've been waiting and waiting because it's taking so long to get my inventory. I have a small group reading that's coming up. online, and that's April 14th. I also so everybody gets a reading in that. So it's 8 people total. Everyone gets a reading. I have another one in person at my store in Sacramento, and everyone gets a reading. And then there is I call it open mic for platform mediums. And it's a night for all the platform mediums in Sacramento to get up and do a dem. They get to do 1 or 2 readings. I serve wine and food. It's a lot of fun. Everybody gets to hang out. It's from 7 to 9, but everybody arrives at 6:30 and leaves at like 10. And I always offer, you can buy crystals that night. I'm going to try to do sales for the crystals for anybody who comes to my events. I'm going to have like anywhere from 10 to 20% off that night. So it's always a fun night to come. So check those out. And I have my online development circle this month on April 11th, and I have the other one, I think, on the 18th. So I have 2 this month. The 11th and the 18th. They're on Thursday night. They are in person. If you're looking for an online development circle, follow my email newsletters. I send out links to my friend Allison, who does an online one. She has one starting Monday. Let's see. Stay on my email list for sure. Definitely check that out because I announce everything there. And I think that's it. It's whatever you can do, Cheryl.
Okay, great. That was great, Kelly.
I did it.
So tomorrow, guys, I'm having my energy personal transformation session tomorrow. I do it the first Thursday of each month, and you can sign up. You can sign up for a month and try it out, or you can sign up for an annual membership. So check that out. It's called Energy Transformation Sessions, where I'm helping you develop your energy field, or just learning about your energy field and how to strengthen it and build and manifest what you want in this life. So that's happening tomorrow. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's when I'll be online, and I invite you to join me. It'll be on Zoom. Okay. So that's tomorrow. And then April 11th. So on April 11th, I'll be doing an online demonstration with Suzanne Northrup. And Suzanne and I will be together. We'll do as many readings as we can. It's a great time to come and watch 2 mediums work together. Or if you just want to come and watch, once again, it's online and on Zoom. And then April 30th, I'm doing my small group reading event. It's online as well, and everyone gets a reading. These are groups of just about 6 people where we go around and everyone gets mediumship readings and psychic readings. So we really fill the time by everyone sharing in the joy of supporting each other in these events. All right. And then if you haven't heard yet, I also do a Sunday night healing prayer circle. So that's free to join every Sunday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time online. It's on Zoom once again. I do a 30 or 45 minute, we do a prayer, we do meditation, we talk about the energy of the week. It's a really high vibe community. I'd love for you to join. And if you have friends or family, please send them the link as well. It's a free event, and you can find out more on my website at mediumcheryl.com.
Awesome. And in between all that, I saw a couple people post questions. Now I just got to find them.
So let's go back and we'll do some more readings, right, Kelly?
Yeah, you pick one. There's a couple up above all of our announcements. There's quite a few. I wish we could have a magical kickoff too, Teresa. I know. I'm like, I want a party. Like, I want a big party on Friday. I'm like so excited. I'm actually going to go out and get a ribbon to open my own ribbon cutting because I didn't join the chamber. So anyways, it's your turn because I just did one. So you go ahead and pick. There's Elizabeth, Janet. There's all kinds of people. There you go.
So I'm picking Jessica. Hi, Jessica is asking, a lot of activity in my house lately. Had a dream about my grandma, and I could literally feel her hugging me, and it woke me up. I believe, so this is what I'm getting for you intuitively, Jessica. I believe that I believe that there's something that you're going through that's leveling up your energy field. You know, it's as if you've done a lot of work intuitively, meditating or in prayer, and in somehow this year even seems to be your year. Like I feel it's a very good year for you. It's like high energy, like you're being initiated, or you're receiving more guidance from your guides and loved ones. I'm loving it that that you felt your grandmother. I mean, that's a visitation. Having your grandmother come to you in a dream and hugging you, and you felt it. I mean, and when it's real and no one else can tell us otherwise, that is a visitation. So, I mean, that's when we can just, that's one of those dreams that you will never forget. And how wonderful for you that it was your grandmother. And I do believe her asking you to, I just feel that in some way she's asking you to move on to higher heights and to dream on and to pursue your dreams. So, Jessica, I feel like this might be a stepping point for you in this year where you step more into your spiritual practice, so to speak, what have you there, right? So thank you, Jessica. Thank you for sharing that with your grandmother. That was lovely.
That was beautiful. Thank you. And there was some good one up here that I saw. Let me find it. It keeps scrolling me back to the bottom. So I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I don't think we just read for Jessica. I mean, someone's asking that. No,
yeah, but they realized it was just a question.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was a question she asked about sacred space and things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we just go with the questions we're drawn to. We let spirit guide us to answer these questions. So
yeah, right here. Hi, trying to get by your shop this weekend, Kelly. Do either of you have any messages from my dad to my mom? She's having a rough time right now, and I feel like he was around when I visited. I feel like he's around a lot trying to help her out. I feel like there's some, of course, she's missing him because they were married forever, it feels like. They were soulmates. This is like her best friend. And I also feel like with your dad, he's got a sense of humor and he's trying to make your mom laugh. So I do feel like he's doing things around the house that are kind of, I want to say it's almost like making her laugh. Like he's making her think of funny things, or he's bringing certain smells around the house to her. I do feel like he wants her to know he's okay because she took care of him, is how I feel. And it's time for her to go enjoy her time. And he wants her to know, like, he's okay. I do feel like it's coming up on like an anniversary or a birthday for somebody. And so he's been on everybody's mind, not just your mom's lately. So I do feel like he's definitely around. He's with you. He's with your mom. I feel like he's with his grandkids. So I feel like there's grandkids as well. I hope that makes sense. Please let us know in the comments. Yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. And I just have to read this because, I love compliments. So beautiful. You ladies are such gifts. Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Erica.
appreciate you, Erica. Thank you. Yes.
Can I read this one? I've read it a few times in my, as we're going in the scroll.
Yeah,
It's from, it's on Instagram, and it's from like New York Girl in LV. So there we are. The question is, and I can try to copy and paste it, or Brianna can help me with that.
You can do that too. That's what I do. I just copy and paste it.
Put it in the post, in the comment, and that way other people can read it. There we go. It says, what do y'all lose about the relationship that I'm in? I believe you're asking, what do we think about the relationship you're in? I find it hard for me to love somebody because of my past.
Sorry, it just popped up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Kelly. Trust.
Yeah, well, it just popped in my head was trust, past trust. But I'll let you go. I don't want to.
No, yeah. So this is what I'm feeling for you. Look, you have a big heart, is what I'm hearing. And yeah, you have a big heart, and maybe it's wounded, right? Emotionally, right? We have these wounds, or bandages, so to speak. It's not like you're not trying. I just want you to know that. And it's not like you haven't worked on yourself and be aware. So I really feel at this point, as Kelly mentioned, definitely it is learning about trust or trusting yourself. And that way the more we trust ourselves, the more we can assess or discern relationships that we're in or thinking about getting involved with. But I want to tell you, I think you do have a lot of love, and I hope you're not cutting yourself short or, in that way, because I do feel you have a lot of love.
Mhm.
And sometimes it can be because of our past that, gives us the strength or the courage or the wisdom to, look beyond, you know, someone's, physical appearance or what someone did to you in the past. It is because you've learned, because I'm sure you've learned lessons in the relationship. We all learn, and you and your other partner too, both learning. But that's what I'm saying is I think you are I think you are putting yourself out there. And I just want to say, give love a chance, right? Because you're worth it. You're definitely worth it. And Kelly mentioned trusting, um, you know, so I feel like in some way, not being hard on yourself, and, slowing down. It's okay to stop and reflect, right? Those are really the learning times, right, Kelly? When we
Yes.
stop and reflect and say, hey, wait a minute, maybe I need to take a
Mhm.
breath here and don't rush into anything.
It's so true. And can I just chime in on that? Um, God, it was just at the tip of my tongue. Where'd it go? I want to say this always happens. It's trust, but I do feel like I want you to look at every relationship as like a stepping stone in your learning, and you're learning what you want and what you don't want. And it's so important to really like not be hard on yourself, because it's all part of life. Like, if we don't learn from everything, then we're not going to grow, and we're going to make the same mistake over and over. So take a pad of paper and just start writing down all the things from your past in relationships that really bothered you and that you're still kind of hurt from. And then write on the other side all the things that you feel like you accomplished that you wanted, or the things that maybe you want in the future, because that's part of like manifesting. That's part of like creating the life you want. I have to say, I have a broken picker. And so my first few relationships were very physically abusive, emotionally abusive. I had a near death experience with my husband. He almost murdered me.
Mm.
So I'm in a relationship now. We just had our 10-year wedding anniversary, 19 years together, and 29 years that we've known each other. And he's my soulmate, and he's perfect, and he's everything I need. But it took me till 35 to realize that, because I had to go through all of those other relationships
Mm-hmm.
to see him as the beautiful soul that he is for me.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I wouldn't have appreciated him until I went through what I went through. And so I think that, learning the things that relationships are good, even the bad ones are good, because we're learning. You just have to make sure that you're learning. And it's so important to write everything down.
And about loving yourself,
Mhm.
and loving yourself and taking the time to um taking the time to heal, because it's different for all of us. I mean, a lot of people carry wounds from a long time ago.
Childhood
Yeah. Yeah,
or
child,
past lives.
or even a past
I
life.
know mine come from past lives and childhood.
I
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, the more you can talk about this and ask questions like you're doing on tonight's show. I mean, there's healing happening right now as you're speaking. There's healing happening.
Yeah.
There's a release happening. There's opening of ideas and community of energy and love coming in for you. And just take that breath in. And if you hopefully you can feel that coming to you,
Yeah.
and we get to see you again on our show,
Yeah.
or you join one of us or both of us on our events or our programs,
Yeah.
and really find out that, a lot of your strength comes from within, and we're helping you pull at, open up just a little bit at a time with baby steps. It's like we have to do everything in baby steps, right? It's not
True.
about rushing. And it is all about learning, as you mentioned, Kelly. It's about loving and learning.
And let me tell you this, because I know after my divorce, my therapist gave me crappy advice. Don't always believe the therapist. Sometimes we have to take care of us first to be a
Mhm.
good parent.
Mhm.
Sometimes we have to put ourselves first to be a good mom.
Mhm.
And sometimes therapy and some of the new age stuff, like that these therapists are telling you, like, you have to do this or that. But you have to follow your gut and what's best for you and your family, and choosing the right person for you is very important. Write it down. Why would you not do that? If you're going to buy a car, you're not going to research about that car. Are you not going to figure out, like, what's good about that car, what's bad about that car, and how it's going to fit into your life? Why wouldn't we do that for a man or a woman, depending on who we are, right? So, research, writing down what you want, it's so important. And learning from every experience is so important.
And if everyone right now listening to Kelly and I, if you can write in the comments section, love, 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 or light, 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 because I want to show you, NY Girl NLV, that how many people are supporting you right now on this call. I don't know if you can't see our Facebook and YouTube channels because you're on Instagram, but there are so many people supporting you that are also going, having a hard time picking up the right person in a relationship, right? I hear people saying, Teresa says, me too. So, other people, if you guys can type in love and light, just to support you, NY Girl, because you are not alone. People are typing in, my picker's broken,
Oh yeah,
and
I have a breakdown
Jose.
finger. Yeah.
Teresa says, I keep picking the weeds. So, just to show you there's so much love and light for you here in this community. And, you will only get better from here, right? You will be so smart, after
Yeah.
understanding more of, what it is you're looking for, as Kelly mentioned, writing it out on paper. That
That's
can
when
help,
things
right?
changed for me.
That
That's when everything changed.
that can help transform it right there. That
It's
can help
it was
bring
in
it to
my head,
light.
but it wasn't clear to me till I
Mhm,
put it on paper.
mhm.
And it really, to me, it was like the world changed when I did that. Yeah.
And how brave you are, right? How brave are you that you are, showing up, right? You're showing up for your life, and you're asking for healing. You're asking to be better today than you were before.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, that is a true leader, and how inspirational that you are. So thank you for being on our show tonight, and thank you. I hope we see you from here on out.
Yes.
Jose says, believe that your soulmate is with you already and watch it manifest for you.
Mhm. Well, we'll see you next week, everybody. I'm super excited for next week's show. So see you in 7 days.
Guys, have a
Bring
wonderful
friends.
week.
Bring friends. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night from Brianna.